Hello YouTube, this is Luke Martin, Louisiana Lifestyle. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more content I'll put out. I just wanted to do a quick video this morning. It's a pretty Saturday morning in Louisiana. I've had these tires on this 450 for a little while. This is my son's bike. I did a video on the tires, but I want to do a video on them on the bike, what we had to do to get them on there and how they're performing and all that. These are 28-inch 28-inch Maxxie Zillas, 28 by 10s all the way around. The bike's a little dirty because we already did a little test drive on it. I'll show you a few things on it, on the fitment, the way they fit. Look, what issue, one or two issues I had putting them on. This is a Polaris Sportsman 450 in 2020. If you haven't been in the channel, I got a 2020 Sportsman 450, a 2020 Sportsman 850. I have a 800 Razor. It's an 08, it's an older Razor, but it's got a few mods on it, stuff, and it's at the shop. It'll be back soon, as soon as I get it. I will do a video on it. I'm gonna do a little pretty in-depth on this bike. If you don't know, if you don't have a 450 or you're thinking about getting one, out on the front it has McPherson shocks. There's standard ones that aren't, they are not adjustable on the front. So there's no up, and they either fit or they don't. But on the back, it does have adjustable shocks. And I have it turned up to the second to highest. I don't have it at the highest. I have it the second highest setting. You can see you got it pretty dirty. It had 24s on its stock, and these are 28s. And this is stock rims. We didn't buy any rims. He worked. He ain't but 12 years old. He worked and made money and saved enough money to buy his own tires himself. So we didn't buy rims and stuff. You know, spent $1,000 on that. It's hard for him to make that much money. But what we had to do on the front is on the stock rim with the offset. It was not hitting here where I thought it would. It ended up hitting on this steering linkage here that comes out to the side. It was touching there. So what I had to do, which I already had them, it was I had 1-inch spacer that was on my Razor when I tried to put 30s on it, but they didn't work, so I ended up using them, but I had them still, I didn't get rid of them. So I ended up putting them on this bike. So I ended up putting 1-inch spacers on the front and keep it from rubbing. As you see, this spacer's just a 1-inch spacer. Fits perfect. It's made for this. And the clearance is wonderful. It doesn't even come close to rubbing anywhere. You could probably almost fit a 30 on here. You got a good bit of room over here. And the grip on these things are great. We have a mud hole, we kind of call it the bounty hole. That we go through. So I'm going to show you the ground clearance on it. So the shocks are turned up all the way on the second glass setting. So it's not all the way up in the back, but it's close to all the way up. So they got plenty of room. So we're going to show you the ground clearance after you put 28-inch on the stock bike. No lift. Right on the front, it is 14¼ inches on your front, on your ground clearance. So go around to the back, and we'll show you the ground clearance on the back. All right, this is shocks turned up. Shocks turned up all the way except we got one notch to go. If we wanted to do it, we'd do it. If we don't, then I think it's working out great the way it is. It's fitness great. Everything looks great. I'll show you the ground clearance. It is 14 5/8 inches on the back with a 28-inch tire. It's a 28 by 10 tire, and when it beads, set the bead at like 20 something psi, and we turned it down a little bit, but when I measured it with a level the correct way, everybody just kind of sticks the tape on there and guesses whatever, but I put a level on it with the bubble and everything and got the exact height, and it was exactly 28 inches when it's aired all the way, aired up to, you know, 10, 15, 10 psi. It's probably about 12 psi. So, like I said, the bike's a little dirty, but it's because we tested it. We went through one of our little bounty holes we got in the back, and he noticed when he went through it that when he was coming out the other side, you know, he stomped on it, he was two-wheel drive, it was spinning, that it willied. Did a little willy because it's gripping so much more, and the tread depth on these is about 1.25 inches, which I think is great. It's not a too aggressive tire. It's a 450, so we don't have to worry about breaking axles and stuff as much. And it's got the correct amount of power for this tire. It's a 450, and it's got a lot of power. It still do 62 miles an hour. The tires, I think, are great. It's got a ton of ground clearance, as you can see. No lifts, no, all I had to do was put spacers on. I already had them, so I didn't have to spend any extra money. I just gave him this is his bike, his build. He got the tires. He'll probably end up snorkeling and stuff, but I have an 850, I'll probably end up snorkeling. I haven't got it back yet. Factory, I did another video on the factory and not covering the boot. And I took it back because it was making noise, and they said, well, we're supposed to cover it. So I'm gonna do a video on that because I was kind of upset about that, not covering something simple like that. So I was just doing a review on the tire and how well it fits, and the performance out of it is wonderful. Some people love the Zilla, the Maxxie Zillas. Some people say, oh, they're not as good as an Outlaw, or they're not as good as, man, an Outlaw is a far more aggressive tire. This is for probably the best all-around tire for mud, trail, and everything you would normally do. So it's for this bike, if you have a 450, or if you are thinking about getting a 450, or if you have one, you're wondering the ground clearance and stuff on what it would be, if you can fit it, what it takes to do it. Now you could probably get away with, if you're going to buy wheels for it, just make sure the offset kind of sticks that tire out a little bit, so you don't have to get wheel spacers. And if he ever decides he wants to get wheels for it, he'll raise up and get them. But we'll make sure we have the offset where you don't have to have spacers in front. But I think it looks great with the spacers. It makes it look wider and leaner. Let me turn around. I think it makes it look wider and leaner, in my opinion, with that spacer on the front. And it tracks different. So when you track through a hole with fresh mud, your back tires are hitting a little bit different line than your front tire, so you can get a little bit better traction. But just hope you enjoyed this video. I haven't been able to, I haven't put out one in a little bit because my Razor is out and my 850 is out, so all we have is the 450 right now. So But we did put this on, we did test it, and it's a beast. I mean, for a 450, for the ground clearance and no lift and all that stuff, it's great. I mean, I can't express how much I was impressed with it so far. So we're loving it, and if you think you want to put 28s on a stock 450, this is the 2020, you definitely can. The only issue that we have in front with the stock rim is the wheel spacers. No clearance issues. You probably put a 30 on it if you wanted to, but this is a 450. It would make more sense to put this about aggressive tire with the size, because you have to do a clutch kit and all that stuff. We're gonna see how the clutch and stuff does with his tire and stuff. He don't full send all the time, so I think it will be okay. But we'll have updates and everything in the near future on that. So I don't want the video to be too long. Just so if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, comment if you have any questions. I say on most of my videos, I'm not trying to make money off YouTube. I'm just trying to put out good content. The more like and subscribers I get, the more stuff I will put out. So thank you. We're good Christian people. We have a lot of good fun, and it's always clean and family friendly. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. God bless.